How to Get Revengeance, if you will, by JonTron. Now, this came out recently, and I had a couple people reach out like, hey, Kip, you should react to this. This is going to be a good one. So, naturally, I'm here for the haha funnies and potential revengeance memes as well. Let's dive right in, shall we?
Oh, yeah, I was just about to... Whoa, Nelly, what is that?
A tank.
You can't park that thing here.
Tonk.
But you know where you can park that thing?
No.
World of Tanks, which is incidentally the amazing sponsor of today's video.
Nice.
This ain't just any old game of pew-pew, my friends. This is a game of pew-pew in giant hunks of historically accurate metal. Oh yeah, we're talking about the granddaddy of strategic tank warfare. Dive headfirst into the fray and find yourself upon a fleet of dazzlingly authentic-to-life war machines. Would you look at these absolute threads on treads?
Yeah.
And guess what? You, yes you, can command your battalion of steel behemoths for the low, low price of absolutely nothing. New recruit? Use the code COMBAT when you sign up and unlock the Vault of Wonders. We're talking the Cromwell Beat Tank, a hefty stash of 250,000 credits, 7 glorious days of premium access, and not one, not two, but 3 rental tanks. I cannot believe what I'm hearing. Are you hearing this? With over 800 tanks to choose from, you'll find a playstyle that suits your fancy, and then some. Commandeer light, medium, and heavy tanks. Or you could just become a sneaky little destroyer. Sneaky little stupid guy, stupid baby tank. Just step on him. You could be him. So
That's just a Lalafell in disguise. Don't let the Lalafell agenda fool you.
click that link at the top of the description, and remember, the combat code is exclusively for you fresh-faced privates out there. So let's show them what new blood can do while it's, you know, still inside your body, preferably.
Yeah.
And now, our feature Halloween-themed presentation.
So I guess my question is, like, World of Tanks versus War Thunder. In the comments, I'm very curious what your guys' opinions on between them is.
Sort of. Trick or treat! They say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, and normally I would have said that was like an oversimplification.
But why is he dressed like Chris Redfield from Resident Evil Village? He's got he kind of got that drip going on.
Overgeneralization, but then I saw this.
Oh, wrong one.
Oh, forgot to plug it in. Damn it! Come on. Then I saw this. How to Get Revenge, starring Linda Blair. That's
What?
right. Those morals are going from blood red to blood gray.
What?
And yes, it is the very same Linda Blair who cemented her legacy as a legendary scream queen after her performance as Reagan O'Neill, the possessed girl from The Exorcist. You may also remember her from Fox Family's paranormal reality series, The Scariest Places on Earth. You know, the
I actually remember that, oddly enough. Like, that's... Wow. Oh, that was a weird niche memory.
one with the really weird voice.
The squally senses an angry spirit who is
Oh my
denied
God.
proper burial.
I remember that. Oh my God. No way. No way. Oh my God. It's been like, oh God, a decade and a half easy for me.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that was all about. Anyways, well, in 1989, she starred in what IMDb calls a dark and humorous take on how to get revenge on those that have wronged you. Featuring guy whose face is, he doesn't even want to be associated with this.
Nice.
But too bad. This is the modern age. We have AI face unblurring technology. You can't hide.
What?
Okay, never mind. I actually see why that might have been that way. That actually checks out. Put that back the way it was. What, you don't think this is scary enough for Halloween? Then I guess you must not fear pieces of media fraught with opportunities for litigious action.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you. You're so brave. This should be a pretty wild ride. So let's see how to get revenge.
You know, we're gonna watch this, or at least get a summary of this. And I feel like this is gonna be so cheesy and corny, but it's just gonna be like, oh yeah, this is something that people in my parents' demographic would have had. And oh, it's such a dark film, and oh, this truly is just bordering on just the absolutely insane and depraved. And I'm gonna be like, oh my God, I've literally seen worse on TikTok, please. Oh, I'm not ready for this. It's actually gonna be painful. I dig it. Wow.
I was just reading a few pages from a fascinating book. It is literally filled with countless pieces of wisdom.
Nice.
One in particular deserves quoting.
Okay.
It reads, Vengeance is mine. Now that's a powerful quote. And from
What?
what book am I reading? The Bible.
Oh, hey, are we playing Use the
Or as we saw the bubble. Oh my god, if people are tuning in that actually haven't heard me do my Meatwad voice, right? No, I haven't actually watched Aqua Teen, but I have for years tried to perfect the Meatwad voice. To some success, some non-success. The bubble.
Bible to justify what I want to do right now? I freaking love this game. Leviticus 27:4. The price of a woman between 20 and 60 years of age shall be 30 shekels.
God, awful.
Oh, come on, I don't buy that. There's got to be some depreciation along the way.
Now let me ask you a
Awful.
personal question. Has someone ever made you so angry, so upset, that you considered some form of retribution?
I mean, I've played some pretty bad games in my time, and they've made me very angry to the point that I've hate played the entire thing. And then I never touched the game again, but yeah, no, I mean, like that, yeah. I mean, I guess I can, I guess that makes sense. Like, what kind of question is this?
Some form of revenge.
Okay,
Me?
sure.
Oh, come on. That's not in my constitution. Okay, fine, you caught me. But you would have done the same in my shoes. That damn dog stole my NBA career. Damn you, Airbud!
Let's face it, revenge can be sweet. Especially when it's against someone who really deserves it.
Ooh, hello. That seems to be coming a little too naturally to her. You know, maybe this was her idea after all. She didn't need to be coerced. This is
This is going to be a documentary.
she's getting enjoyment from this. So yeah, this whole thing appears to just be an actual guide on how to get revenge on people you don't like.
I'll take how... Hold on, wait. The format. I'll take how to get revenge for 500.
And that wouldn't be like too weird if it weren't for the fact that a very famous person was headlining it. I don't really understand what they were thinking when they conceived of this. How exactly was this supposed to be received by the general public? Did anyone watch this and think it was normal or useful? I mean, you can already...
No, they probably thought it was taboo, and they probably thought, oh, it's so scandalous. It's so daring, and all. It's just got to have it over there. God. Ugh.
Hell, it's got this kind of weird dark undertone to it, like...
Oh, shh, don't tell my wife. Look, let me tell you my favorite revenge story.
Jesus Christ.
You assume they're joking, but like at the same time, it doesn't really feel like it. Seriously, who was the intended audience for this? It must have been really awkward to rent this from Blockbuster.
Yeah,
you know?
very.
This isn't for like research or anything. I'm just like a huge fan of Linda Blair. I jack off to this, okay? I only jack off to this. Why are you looking at me like I belong on some kind of FBI watch list? Let's look at your rental history.
Oh my God. I would love to hear the stories of the Best Buy, not Best Buy, excuse me, the old Blockbuster workers, like if you used to work at a Blockbuster, and all of their stories of people that would rent all of this. Oh my God, that would be enough to fill an entire series of videos. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. Oh my God, that'd be perfect.
National Geographic Safari Edition? I guess we got a furry here, everybody.
Now, when I talk about revenge, I'm not talking about bodily injury to anybody. I mean, that is definitely not our purpose here.
Are we talking about emotional damage? Are you going to say something akin to emotional damage? Because we got a meme for that.
No, of course not. And on behalf of our legal team, we thank you for clarifying, Linda. Anyways, check out how the belt on this chainsaw's perfect for going through this hedge in the shape of my sister who cut me out of my dad's will. Oh my gosh, look at that perfectly clean cut, not related to anything in this material existence. So anyways, now the thing starts in earnest, and she starts off by showing us this guy who apparently specializes in messing with people's houses or something, but not before she gives us this important message.
Fasten your seatbelts.
What?
Yeah, I've lived long enough to know that's a serious threat. Thanks for the heads up.
Nope, fasten up, everybody. It's gonna be a wild one.
Meet Private Investigator Kyle Pappenfuss. He's about to take us on a tour of what one can do to a Mark's home.
There's so much about this, I
don't like that we're using Mark as language, because that is... Huh.
I don't even know where to begin. Do I talk about how he's Pappenfuss? Do I talk about his bold stance he's got there? Do I talk about the fact that she just referred to the victim of the crime she's about to encourage as a fucking mark?
Yeah.
Is that what I talk about?
Yeah.
Let's hear old Pappenfuss out, huh? He might have something good to say. Let's climb right up into that Pappenfussy, swirl around and see what's in there.
Do not.
All right.
John,
First
please.
things first. The mailbox.
Okay.
Easy pickings.
Oh. Oh boy, that's a federal offense actually, because yeah, no, UPS and that mail's kind of one of those like sacred things, at least in the US. Do not mess with mailboxes. That's a federal offense.
Everybody has a mailbox, and everybody reaches for their mail.
In the history of the world, nothing good has ever followed that sentence.
Who says you can't put more than mail in there, huh?
Oh, pipe bomb. So cool. What happens if I...
Oh my God. Man, this guy, I don't know, he's got like an X factor. Like, you know, he says it how it is. Hold on a second. Like, you know when someone just like speaks to you on that extra level, you just want to write it down so you can format it later into like a 124-page about manifesto? Like, that's what this guy's doing for me. This is a knowledgeable guy. You can learn something from this guy.
Think of something nasty you wouldn't want in there. Get the picture?
The federal government is like that.
So at this point, she moves on from the last guy and she goes to this like private investigator who I guess people would go to if they wanted to get revenge on someone. I don't know, was this a real thing back then? I thought this was just a thing that only happened in like Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Vickers, could you give us an example of what could be done to a former friend or lover?
Are we talking that would or wouldn't be admissible in a court of law as evidence of potential premeditation? That's a hot territory to be in.
Examples, huh?
Oh, sorry, you caught me off guard there. I didn't notice the film crew laying undersea cables through my kitchen and dining room for the last 7 hours. Anyways, now for my candid statement that may or may not land me in a class action civil suit. Look at my hat. Look at my hat. Look at my hat here. I have the hat. I have a hat. I'm just saying that because he has a hat.
That is the hat of all time, though, to be fair. Like, look at that hat.
Hat there.
He has a hat.
Okay, let's talk about friends. Such as my client, Mr. Harold Jerriman over here.
What?
Harold, why don't you pick it up from here?
Well, the incident
Why does the dude kind of look like a nerdy Mike guy? Absolute legend.
took place on Thursday afternoon during my lunch break.
So just to bring you up to speed on the lore behind this part, this guy...
No way. No way. No effing way. Is this real? Well, I mean, this clearly stays clearly satire. No. I have never once met somebody that used chopsticks like that. That is a blatant characterization.
He's got a complaint that he got bullied out of a seat at a Chinese restaurant because of... God knows, I don't know. Do you see anything? I don't see anything. Yeah. See no evil, hear no evil? I might be speaking the evil.
I was so humiliated. This kind of thing happened to me many times in the past, and I wanted to get even with that man.
Have you considered learning how to use chopsticks properly? Like not saying bullying's okay. Have you considered analyzing what might potentially be the cause of these factors and then trying to not make that happen? At least that's how the healthy person would go about that?
I looked upon him as being all the people who have hurt me rolled into one, and that's when I contacted Mr. Vickers.
See, this is where it actually gets dark and scary, okay? The rest was jokes. This is where the goosebumps start to go up my arm. You do not want to be the last guy in the line to piss this guy off. That's the vibe I'm picking up from this.
Well, when Harold first came to me, he didn't know what to do. All he had was the punk's license number, but that was enough for me. I went down to the department.
Technically, you need less information than that now to do a background search on people online, actually, from my understanding. Not that I know what databases do it. This is just through the grapevine. I've heard that you can actually background research a lot of things about people without doing an official background check, which is interesting.
Department of Motor Vehicles, and I filled out a form.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I just got to stop. I got to ask. Is the guy on the right small or is the guy on the left big? Because I can't tell which one is which because they both kind of look like they're normal sized relatively. But
Yeah.
when they're next to each other like this, I can't tell.
It's kind of like some like Lord of the Rings Hobbit camera work, kind of.
Now, Harold here was adamant about getting even with him himself, so we laid out a battle plan. Harold, you take over, buddy.
Is this legal? Like, I'd be very curious to know if this is legal or not, because this opens up a potential suit of issues of someone that feels that they have been done wrong and potential legal retaliation they could do on somebody. This can't be legal, truly, right? This has to just be satire and or hyperbole, right? There's no way that this is legal, right?
With pleasure. I planted a toy handgun under the truck's seat. Then I went to a telephone and phoned the police and stated anonymously that I had seen where the robber lived.
That is illegal, I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly positive that is actually illegal. You can't do that.
To make a long story short, the police arrived just as the man was getting into his truck.
Yeah, this right here is when he knew he fucked up for real. Okay, he's not laughing anymore. He was like, okay, I was planning up for the camera. What's going on with you? I think this guy's for real. Call somebody. I don't want to be near him.
Yeah,
anymore.
that's very illegal.
Yeah, so Big Boss Daddy over here is just talking about how he framed an innocent person by planting a gun on them in the dark of night, and that's just fine. See, that's what I'm saying about this. I've dug up as much as I could on the internet about this film, and there's just not that much information on the thing itself or the people involved in it.
Yeah.
Like, these people don't really seem like they're acting the whole time. They're sort of just playing it off like it's an act, but I don't know if I buy it. There's even a...
I think this appeals to like the darker fantasy, if that makes sense. And this is that good old ooh, got him kind of thing, right? Like when you watch a video on TikTok, right, about like cheaters getting their just desserts, right? Like partner cheats on other partner and other partner says, well, that's fine, you can leave. And then, you know, the partner who cheated starts flipping out, that kind of thing, right? How there's some people get that emotional satisfaction for drama. I feel like this is trying to appeal to that, just in the VHS era.
part later that's just a guy showing you how to sabotage a car. Isn't there some kind of federal clause prohibiting this sort of thing?
All right, the next thing here we'll deal with is cooling system. The idea is to put substances in there that expand with water.
I'm gonna be honest, like, one of our mods is a mechanic. Like, people put dumb things in their, not just the radiator, but in other things that shouldn't even be there. So yeah, you open your radiator and it looks like a Starbucks smoothie comes out. It's like, people do that as is. You don't need somebody telling you to, just sabotage the radiator by putting in, fluid that expands with, or fluid and or substances that expand with heat. People can do stupid crap anyways. Like,
Baking flour, pancake batter, or even paper mache.
Really, the only limit is your imagination. As long as it stalls their engine when they're already doing 90 down the interstate.
now just put some WD-40 in that radiator. Call it good. Do not.
I'll co-sign that.
Now, if your mark is a member of the minority, you might turn him over to the Immigration Service.
Oh my God! What was that? I'm okay. Is everyone okay?
What?
Thank God she told me to put this seatbelt on earlier. To be honest, if I knew that was coming, I probably would have installed like a lap bar or something.
Yeah.
There we go. That's perfect. I'll be needing this to get through the rest of the video at this rate. Jesus Christ! He's telling people to falsely report people to the immigration services?
That is very highly illegal. You cannot do this. Well, reasonably, you shouldn't be able to do this. Monitored events are awful. Moving on. No, you can't do this.
How was this made? Seriously, how was this ever acceptable? This could not have flown back then, even then, right?
This is going to cause him hours and hours of endless paperwork trying to prove he's a citizen of this country.
And better yet, they might just deport him.
So let's put it in this way. Let's take the issue at hand out of it, right? Let's say that a neighbor were to report your vehicle as being driven without license and insurance, right? And if they were to be if whatever governing body authority were to take that, and now they say, well, we're going to revoke your driver's license because you are not driving with the proper paperwork, proper credentials, insurance, etc. And then you would have to go down to the DMV when you know you have to be at work to fix this because some Karen or some random is just like, oh yeah, he gonna be funny. It's a nice revenge plot, right? Like how asinine that is, right? Oh, I'm gonna make someone's life worse because now they have to do arbitrary paperwork that now, like, I can't even say it's good revenge. It's just really bad, like dry revenge, right? Oh darn, they just got to do paperwork. That's the best you got. Like, you make yourself look like an idiot. It's just so dry on the, well, what happened to them, Karen? They had to do some paperwork. Oh my. Like, it's so just like, it's so bad. I'm really just disappointed.
And that'll teach you to think twice about stealing my parking spot at Trader Joe's again, huh, you wily bastard?
So if this wasn't already weird enough, at this point she brings on an actual detective from the police force. If you recall from earlier, that one guy had his face completely blurred as well, so it lends credence to the fact that these are real people who had stature in their respective institutions and didn't want their identities released.
And to give us a few examples is Detective J.M. I'd like to play a little game with you, if that's all right. I'll give you a situation.
Did I say that's all right? If I recall, I just stared at you menacingly. Do I look like I have time to play backgammon, sweetie? I am a working professional. Okay, one quick game of Elephant on the Elephant, but then we get back to business.
One game.
Oh, the butterflies tickle my face on the way up and down.
And then I'd like you to respond with a method of male revenge that you would recommend.
Okay, shoot.
Let's say the Mark is a family man.
No, I mean like shoot him, literally. Just use a gun. What are you mailing him something for? What is it, his birthday? Just off him.
Thank you, John, for not having your finger on the trigger.
Use a pistol like this. Like that, just like this. Like that. Right here.
I really do appreciate that. Like, it's the little things. And I know a lot of people have been like, oh, Kip, it's fine. It's just a fake or a prop, whatever. I really do appreciate just normalizing basic discipline like that, because it goes a long way on the platform.
Here, like this.
Let's say the Mark is a family man. You know, a wife, 2 kids, a dog. What can you do to disrupt the entire
If he says to do something to that dog, please don't.
family, as opposed to just the Mark?
Yeah, you know, just like it says in this old book I used to spearhead this whole operation.
And the Bible.
The son should not suffer the sins of the father. I didn't see that.
Put them on offensive mailing lists. Pornographic mailing lists, such as pornographic magazines, pornographic merchandise.
Ooh.
Put them on the Communist Party's mailing list. There are
Oh, my model broke because I actually like leaned back just dying. Woo! Oh my god. Okay, this was 1989. Oh god, that was okay. That makes a lot more sense actually. Okay.
hundreds of mailing lists you can put them on.
Did they think this through at all? In this part, he's literally advocating to send pornography to where like minors could see or access it.
Yeah, that'd be mid at best. I'm looking at that. No, I'd be mid at best.
Anyone making this have even the slightest semblance of a moral compass? Just send them.
I'm pretty sure also signing somebody up on a mail. I don't know if that's illegal. It's definitely frowned upon. I don't know if it's illegal.
Smut, or I don't know, put some Karl Marx in front of them. That'll confuse the shit out of them. Their grades will go down or something. That guy don't make no sense.
Yeah, see, that's what you do. You send them a copy of Karl Marx's Communist Manifesto, but instead of like putting it in like an Amazon delivery thing, right, or like a box, you just put it on their doorstep, and then all of their neighbors will now judge them because it's 1989. God. Oh man. Oh god, that is oh, it should not have been funny.
By the way, there are dozens upon dozens of homosexual and bisexual magazines available today.
Oh, good God, are there? No, nobody tell the VTuber community. They definitely don't need any of that.
The last part wasn't enough.
I found if you mail these to the Marx
I know exactly the type of person this is aimed at, and this just confirmed it. Oh my God.
place of work, you can start rumors or quickly get them fired.
Fascinating. Well, Detective, thank you very much for your suggestions.
God, I know exactly who this is aimed at.
I put my stamp of approval on this. I won't regret this at all. Thanks for watching, everyone. But before I leave you for good this Halloween season, I want to put to use some of those interesting skills I learned throughout the course of today's video.
Oh my God. I just realized there's people that are going to watch me that don't know how a rotary phone works. Oh my God. That's wild to think about, actually.
Excuse me. Hello?
Is your refrigerator running?
Yes.
Did you? It's not a joke. I planted a bomb in your bathtub.
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, thank you for calling.
No problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. I have to go. I hope you had fun. Bye.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. Plus, you said not to use violence in your thing. So I don't know why you think I'd do that. Hello? What? Am I doing the show now? Am I the host?
Wow.
I know this probably isn't like what you expected from me. I know you wanted me to go to like medical school, but I don't know. I just feel like the doctor industry, it's not up and coming anymore the same way the straight to VHS industry is. No, It's not a phase. Stop calling it that.
Tony, what the fuck you mean back in the 60s? Like, I remember going to my grandfather's in like the early 2000s and he still had a rotary phone. I mean, yeah, it was more normalized back in the 60s, but I definitely have seen them out. I don't know. That was a video of all time. And yeah, I know exactly who that's aimed at. I feel kind of validated because it did confirm that's who that was aimed at. And yeah, don't do that. It's a psyop, chat. It's a psyop. If you follow that guide on how to get quote unquote revenge, not even revengeance, which is cool, right? But if you're getting revenge in that way, that just makes the police's job that much easier. Just makes it that much easier to find out that you're the one that did it. Oh my god. Yeah, no, they were definitely like on the decline in terms of public payphones until like 2005. I think certain places still have public payphones. Just don't do any of that. This was obviously for entertainment purposes. Like, oh my god, this is a video. Like, yeah, don't do that. Definitely do not sign your good friends up for lists of prawn, like hardcore, like suspension prawn. Like, definitely don't do that. You know, like people definitely don't want. Don't worry about it. It's fine. What did you guys think about this? Do you remember Linda Blair from anything else, I guess? How illegal is some of this? Does this doing any of this put you on a watch list, and potentially rightfully so? Let me know in the comments, and obviously make sure that you're being, YouTube friendly, TOS, all that fun stuff, because, advertisers watch me like a hawk, even though the blibble was brought up in this, and I will see you all in the next one.